Many years ago, there was a farmer from Iowa, I was told, that came down to Mardi Gras, and he began to just pass out gospel tracts, and he prayed, "Lord, send laborers." He connected with two street preachers, one from California, one from Illinois. But then a van load of students from CFNI came.
My name is Katie Delaria. I work here in the online school, and my role was to coordinate CFNI's portion of the Mardi Gras Outreach for Scott Hinkle Outreach Ministries.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and I'm in my second year at CFNI, and this is my first time going on the Mardi Gras Outreach.
My name is Zachary Wilson. I'm a third year in the pastoral major. I'm from Satellite Beach, Florida, and it was my first year going to Mardi Gras.
Hi, my name is Christopher Esparza. I am the online designer for the CFNI online program.
I think the testimony that sticks out to me the most is the third night on the trip, because we had 2 nights on Bourbon Street where we were having lots of little interactions, but nothing that felt super impactful to me. So day 3, I heard the Lord tell us that we were not going to be on Bourbon, which was a disappointment to my team, but we got to this side street and set up a little joy tunnel. And I think my team was very unsure at the beginning, but we got going, the energy was high, we had no music, so it was all on us. And then everything died, and my team started to tell me like, "Hey, do you think maybe we should move? Should we go somewhere else?" And I said, no, I knew we were there for a purpose and we hadn't accomplished it yet. So we had a mom and daughter that came just a few minutes later. Me and some of my team got to talk with the mom while a few spoke with the daughter, and as we finished praying for the mom, the daughter got saved. And at that point I knew that was what we were there for, and we were free to go after that. So we just got to really hear the Lord call us, and we stood in that regardless of what it looked like and regardless of the doubt that came into some people. We had a mission to accomplish, and we got there.
So one night there, I got to approach a lady who was sitting at a booth. She was reading cards. She was a witch doctor, and I got to ask her if she believed in Jesus, and she said no, because of the way in which other Christians handled her, spoken to her, and approached her. And in that moment, it hardened my heart, and I was at the point where I felt like I needed to apologize for the way in which Christians had spoken to her. So I apologized, and I got to pray for her and speak love over her and encourage her and just show her, hey, this is who Jesus is, this is the way that he loves, and this is, he died for you. So I'm just believing that God is going to show himself and reveal himself to her in a mighty, mighty way.
So one of the things I really enjoyed from Mardi Gras was getting the chance to meet this one man named William. I was doing the free dad hugs, and his wife came up first, Teresa, and then I saw him and he was kind of reluctant. I said, "You want a dad hug?" And he's like, "Sure." And I gave him a hug, and he starts breaking down crying. I feel like the Lord told me to tell him that I love you, the Lord loves you. He sent me here to tell you that you are valuable and loved and that you are important. And he breaks down and starts crying for an extended amount of time and tells me that his mom hates his guts, his dad left him, and that he's not important and he's not valuable. And as he's starting to walk off, when we're kind of saying goodbye, they had to leave, I give him a track, like a little leave behind piece that has like a little gospel thing he can scan, and he says, "I'll take anything from you. Like, what you're doing it with love." And then I see him down a couple seconds later around the corner, and I go up and just say, "Hey man, I just wanted you to know that you really are important." And then he starts crying and gives me another hug, and now we've exchanged phone numbers, and he's accepted Christ, and we're kind of discipling via text right now. So it's pretty amazing. What God does and the divine connections are incredible.
Going in the trip, I was very skeptical about outreaches and like short-term mission trips, because I felt like they were really just to benefit you and not really the people you say you're going to benefit. So going in, that was kind of what I believed, and I was willing and open to let the Lord challenge that, and he definitely did. You're able to go and be a vessel of light in a really dark environment. The love of Jesus was really present on the street of New Orleans, even though it was just for a short period of time.
The thing that impacted me the most this year was working with a lot of first-time evangelists, let alone first-time evangelists in Mardi Gras. And so I had these people that were timid, that had never been exposed to that kind of environment, and they were telling me, "I don't know what to do, I don't know how to move, I'm waiting for God to give me a word." And I just was able to see so clearly that in the Great Commission, God says, "Go," and then he ends it with, "And I will be with you." And that was the word that he gave me for that team, was don't wait on the Lord. He's blessed you to go, but when you go, he'll meet you. That was kind of the overall theme for the team.
I would describe the Mardi Gras Outreach as life-giving. It just made me realize that there are people out there who want to hear about Jesus and want to encounter the love of God and aren't necessarily willing to go to a church, but they're still willing and open and receptive. So it just built me up in realizing evangelism isn't dead and Christianity isn't dead in culture. People are still willing and interested in hearing it.
If I could describe Mardi Gras in one sentence in my own life, it would be that it ruined me for the lost. It was my prayer that God would ruin my heart for those that don't know Him. And I believe He did exactly that on this trip.
Mardi Gras is a tremendous opportunity for the Lord to use you the way you never thought you could be used. For your heart to be expanded bigger than you ever thought it could be, and for God's love to flow through you more than it ever has been able to.
If I could describe Mardi Gras in one sentence, it is a perfect stage to see how the light of Christ can shine in the darkest of darkness. What a great opportunity for the people of God to make a difference there.
Mardi Gras changed my life, if I'm being honest. When you go to Mardi Gras, and it's a great way to truly figure out how to share your faith with those that don't know Jesus. So I just encourage you and everybody, you need to go to Mardi Gras and you need to learn how to share your faith, because why else would you be here if you don't know how to tell someone about the one that you love?
I would definitely recommend anyone who's kind of just searching right now for purpose or to come to Mardi Gras. For me, I was kind of burned out, and I prayed for the Lord to do something in my life. I kind of had started being burned out and not loving people. And I said, Lord, you got to fix me. And I went to Mardi Gras for the first time. And by the end, I was crying, not wanting to leave, because God had broken my heart for people and healed my heart. And God can do amazing things. It's that step of faith and trusting Him and sharing the gospel. It lets you realize there is a need for this. So if you feel stagnant, if you feel kind of just burned out or whatever, this is something that will just rip that away and just make it day one again, the joy of your salvation overflowing to those around. It's one of the best things I've ever done in my life, and I couldn't recommend it more.
I definitely think we get in our heads about evangelism and about trips and about funds and finances and stuff, but after actually going on the trip, I realized how simple it is. Fundraising was not stressful for me at all. People were really on board with the mission. And so if you are interested in doing evangelism or in outreach in any form, you're kind of I've never done this is new, or you're worried about it, the Lord will take care of it so much more than you would expect Him to, and that's just because we serve a good God. I felt it was a good opportunity for me to meet other CFNI students that I wouldn't get to interact with otherwise, and so that was definitely a cool little community moment for me.
I think absolutely everyone should come, whether you're alumni, student, or staff. It's an experience where you learn how to share your testimony, you learn how to lead someone to the Lord, and you learn how to talk and pray for a complete stranger. These are all things that we should all be able to do as Christians, but also we're called to preach the gospel, and there's no better place to do it than where people are lost and broken and searching for something. And what better place than at a party that the devil's throwing to go and pull people out of that kind of darkness?
I challenge you, if you would want to be in a situation, number one, God will stretch you. God will use you in ways you never dreamed imaginable to be a vessel of His. If you desire to do that, you're willing to take a step out of the boat, I would urge you to come and join and be a part of the Mardi Gras Outreach. We prepare you. We train you. You are ready. You are taught to engage with others and let the Holy Spirit use you. Hey, God bless you. I look forward to seeing you next year at Mardi Gras.